I grasp the handle and I give it a hard shove before it budges. The door is heavy. I'm nearly overwhelmed by the musty smell from inside. The corner of the room is completely stained from rain damage. The roof is boarded up. There was an exit here, but it's gone now. Why do I know that? I stare at the little section of wall where the old wooden door used to be. A small picture of a group of quail crossing the dried wash is in its place. As I move to leave, I notice the door won't open. It's hard, stuck in place, locked. What the fuck? A sharp crack rings out from somewhere outside, followed by the quick scurrying of feet upon the carpeted floor of the lobby. A gunshot. I try the door again, more fervently, hoping that I just pulling a Carl here and pulling when I should be pushing. Still nothing. Fuck. More shots ring out, this time accompanied by a dull thud and the sound of stucco being shattered. Those ones hit the building. I get down on the floor, my heart pounding. It still feels like I'm moving in slow motion, even with the adrenaline pumping through my veins. What the hell is wrong with me? I hear the front door open, followed by more scurrying upon the carpet. Why the hell are they running outside? I hear an engine start, and then the splaying of gravel as what sounds like Leo's van drives off. They left me? Even Leo? I crawl on the floor and make my way towards the corner of the room. I pinch myself, trying to snap out of this strange malaise. I can hear the occasional shout from out on the street, but it's all gibberish now. Leaning back against the wall, I rub my throbbing temples. Tweakers. Couldn't have showed up at a better time. Try to listen to see if the shouting is getting closer, but it's difficult to tell. If that really is Clint, this is really out of character for him. He was never really the singing type. Screaming about those, yes, but singing? No. Looking around, it seems like most of the old books and such have been taken off the shelves and put in assorted boxes to prevent water damage. Having lived here my whole life, I've never actually been inside here. Feels like quite a feat, noting I've covered damn near everything in every other square inch of this town. There's a few binders and booklets near my side with titles like Colville Stormwater Drainage Plan 1999 and Drought Resistance Plan Guide. Next to them, there's what looks to be some kind of unopened canister of fumigation stuff. I reach down and grab it, and that's when I notice the fur on my arm. It's wriggling? A couple brown strands of fur seem to bounce back and forth, and I become cognizant that my arm has been tingling for a while now. Glancing past my fingertips to see the beige mass near the end of my foot. And that's when I see the legs. A blonde tarantula, about an inch away from the tips of my toes. Ugh! My throat closes in on itself before I fully scream. I blink, writhing back. Next thing I know, it's on my chest. It moves fast than I can even see. Its pittering legs feeling like they're all over me. I grab the edges of my shirt, trying to fling it off, but it's already on my neck. I slap at it, feeling the squish and hearing a very light clicking squeak. The edge of my neck begins to burn, and I pull back my paw to inspect my palm. There's no tarantula. Instead, I see 8 razor-thin legs and a black abdomen. On the abdomen, there's splotchy pigmentation of red. The number 8. My pulse quickens and I realize it's an hourglass. Black Widow. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I look down at my arms again and I realize that it isn't just my fur moving. There are little red and black specks everywhere. No! I tear at my own shirt, jumping to my knees and trying to bat at the seemingly infinite number of spindly, fanged arachnids. Each time I bat at my arms, more of their guts cover my paw pads in fur until it feels like my paws are wet. It's not just my arms anymore. They're inside my shirt, my shorts, my face. I try plugging my nose, keeping my muzzle shut as I roll on the floor, not daring to open my mouth to scream. fling my shirt off and pull off my shorts. Oh God. I see the webbing of the nest I had sat upon, the fabric of my shorts, oodles of the baby and not-so-baby spiders crawling out. Naked, I managed to scramble to my feet and run to the other side of the room. I tear at my own fur, pulling out spider-filled clumps in the process, with such ferocity that the skin beneath bleeds. I pull and pull, my vision blurred from my own fear-induced weeping. The needle-shot sensation of when they bite is the worst part. It didn't hurt as much as I thought it would, but I can feel every time, over and over again. I pull a large one off my face and throw it to the ground, a scruff of fur and some of the goatee along with it. Dancing up and down, I try to shake the remaining ones off, but they cling incessantly. Trying to pull each one off is impossible. They're too fast. Sometimes I can only manage to grab a few legs or a thick abdomen, and the rest of them remains embedded in my fur. Spider blood isn't red or green like it is in video games or movies. It's this faint kind of blue kind of color. And it feels like it's all over me. I take rapid short breaths, each one more strained than the last. My whole body shakes. I can't tell whether they're symptoms of panic or the venom itself. Try the door again, pulling and pushing as hard as I can before throwing myself at it. Nothing happens. I kick at it like they do in the movies. Nothing happens. I'm stuck, trapped, and I can see the spiders everywhere. Even after getting most of them off, they're all over the floor, the walls, the ceiling, and my clothes. I retreat to the dampest, water-stained corner of the room. They're staining. The staining is so bad, it looks like I've been burned black. Spiders don't like moist areas. I remember reading about that, at least. Continued to pick at my fur even after I think they're all gone. I can still feel them. I can also feel my muscles around my neck and shoulders begin to cramp. My stomach feels like it's being twisted inside out, and it isn't long before I get the sensation of hot bile rising up in my throat. The rough edges of the morning's rice treat scrape my inside. Zzz. I feel forward. I reel forward as it all comes spewing out of my mouth. I can't breathe. It burns so much. I try to call out for help, but every time I open my mouth, it's just more vomit. There's another black widow climbing up my leg, but I can't focus enough to swat at it. Each breath I take is blubbering, like acid is going straight into my lungs. I just need someone to help me. I clench my eyes shut tight, and when I open them, everything's different. The modern bookshelves and electronic equipment are replaced with all this old-timey crap I can't make out. But I see it. Past a big wooden chair, a door. How the hell? Welcome to 1915, my brother. The puking is slowed to a trickle from the edges of my mouth, but my insides still burn. I managed to push myself off the wall, stepping upon creaky floorboards that weren't there a minute ago. I stumble past old wagon wheels and piles of what looks like Bibles. Eventually I reach it, the light. The door is already open ajar, so I just push. And it doesn't budge. No! Why? Why won't it open? I sink down to the floor, half collapsing as my knees start to give out. Help! I finally managed to croak out. Good Lord. I managed to turn my head in the direction of the voice. A blurry figure now stands in the room, his voice one of shock. Professor Tibbets? Who the fuck is Professor Tibbets? Can't tell if he's looking at me or past me. Cliff? Wait, what? And just like that, he's gone. The room, though, the room is still here. It's all red like before. I feel compelled to stand up again, but my legs won't budge. I just can't. Everything hurts. I shift my eyes down. The black widow that was crawling up me earlier is now a blonde tarantula. What? Why is this happening? Someone... I can't think straight. I just want to go home. Leo! Mom! Help! I miss home. God, I wish I was home. I hate this! Why won't anyone help? Why'd they all leave me? Why can't I get out? Useless. No! Don't tell me that! Just die already. I'm not gonna die. I'm not... The cramping, in my muscles is the most intense I've ever felt. Like the flesh itself is being peeled away from the bone, each nerve ending plucked like whiskers. The tarantula's on my face now, and the tip of my nose. I can see all of its eyes, and in those eyes I can see a reflection of my own. Its dusty blonde hair begins to shift, dissolving into darkness, contrasted with the neon orange markings. And then it becomes nothing. I close my eyes and wait. Sure, why not? Dead. I sling the bow over my shoulder and set my quiver down on the little yellow plastic table next to me. What? It's got a little cubby holder in the center meant for storing crayons and shit, but I haven't used it for a long time. I approach the target and tear off the photograph I printed out in the school's library. I remember the librarian giving me quite the look about it. Not that I was going to explain to her what it was for. Right between his turban, though. What? Not bad for 150 feet. I smile, holding up and seeing the sunlight shine through the hole. It's at the moment that I start to feel a little bit silly. What the fuck am I kidding? Nobody's gonna kill this guy with a bow. I'll blast him into 100 pieces with a weaponized UAV. What? Also, they don't let in the military. Still, Uncle will dig this. He can hang it up in the garage next to the 100 and 125 feet ones. He's been trying to get me to practice more with the 22, but I like the bow better. It's quiet, so we don't gotta worry about the country sheriff getting called again. Not that I'd ever admit it, but I fucking hate the noise. I think I got sensitive ears or something. Carl was telling me to just use a silencer, like that's how it fucking works. Dude's gonna grow up on dumb movies and video games and have no clue what the real world works. How the real world works. This place, at least, is pretty far away from any houses beside my own. I think I've only ever seen one other non-friend family person out here, and that was Heather's mom, stoned off her ass. None of the group really are really into this stuff, so it's pretty I hate when I'm wanting to be alone. I fold up the picture, stuffing it into the side pocket of my cargo pants. Walk back to the firing line, taking hold of my quiver once again. I think this is Sydney. I draw my bow, readying another arrow. About to fire, though this nearby rumbling sound starts coming from the road about a mile north. It sounds like someone is going off-roading. I squint past the glare of the afternoon sun and spot the pale blue of a truck heading in my direction. Through the windshield, I spot a familiar, small, tufted face. Oh, it was Flynn. What the hell? He's young now, I imagine, so what the hell? I drop my gear, watching the vehicle accelerate and decelerate haphazardly. Shitbird, what are you doing? The truck pulls up and comes to an abrupt halt. I step up to the driver's side window, about to chastise the furry bastard, but the look on his face stops me. I don't see any sort of jest or self-satisfied mischief. Just shaken, wide-eyed blankness. Whoa, the hell's going on, dude? Flynn, can you come with me? He's acting weird as hell. Why? Please. I sigh. Yeah, scoot over. No way I'm letting someone younger than me drive around. Also, grab my gear so nobody steals it. Sydney just nods. I turn, walking to grab the cooler, bow, and quiver, guessing his folks are being fucky again. Still, he's gonna get his hide tanned for jacking their truck. I throw my equipment in the truck bed before opening the driver's side door. Sydney's already sitting in the passenger side. I notice his eyes. The way they look, all bleary and pink around the edges. He's been crying, goddamn. Wanna tell me what's up? Sydney says nothing. You ain't been killing hookers again, have you? I know the bitch will step out of line sometimes, but you gotta keep your pip hand strong, but there are some limits, my guy. I smirk at him. He just looks down and between his knees, cupping his face in his paws. I'm not helping, am I? Clear my throat. Well, shit. At least tell me where we're going. Sidney rubs his face with webbed paws. Finally lifts his head and speaks. We step around the damp sticks and bramble before eventually reaching clearing. Sidney seems to get more nervous every step we take, muttering something about being tough every now and then. This is where he killed his dad, I think. I decided a while ago I wasn't going to pry, but I feel myself getting increasingly nervous. What the hell are we doing all the way out here? Eventually he comes to a stop and points past some bushes. I can see what looks like a rusted metal. It looks like rusted metal past the green. I raise a brow at him before stepping through. Oh, it's that fucking thing again. I see him, and my gut sinks. Part of me wondered what could have possibly made Sidney act like this, and the thought crossed my mind, but I didn't want to believe it. He's laying down in an awkward pose, legs bent up and tucked underneath the front bumper of the abandoned van. At first I think his mouth is open, but then I realize half his jaw is missing. A clear hole viable all the way through his neck. I can see where his spine connects to the brain and everything. The blood is so dark, it looks like motor oil. The words catch in my throat. I'm gonna be sick. I hear crying from beside me. I know he's there. I know he's seeing this too. Okay. Wow. Wow? Really? What did you... I didn't kill him! I didn't, I swear! I spot the rifle next to the corpse. It's a .22. Long barrel. A really awkward weapon to try to kill yourself with due to its span. I turn, the sight of it all making me feel like I'm about to lose my breakfast. Are you sure? I wouldn't blame you if you did. I did it! His shrill yell catches me off guard and I nearly lose my nerve. Okay. He took you out here and shot himself? We were arguing and he saw the van and started acting weird. His voice is much higher pitched than it usually is. Sidney always puts on this fake gravelly sort of cadence to sound tough. What the fuck are you saying, man? He doesn't have any of that now. Just sounds like any other scared little kid. He left me, then came back an hour later with his gun. He said he wanted to watch him. He said he wanted me to watch him do it. He looks like he's about to hyperventilate. He covers his face with his forearms, whimpering aloud. My head hurts. I take him by the shoulders and turn him away from the scene. Let's take you back to the truck, eh? I believe you. Sidney's dad was a weird motherfucker. Real grinny, like TJ's folks, but even more completely fucking fake. We all used to go to the same church down in Prior Valley, so he treated me like I was one of them. As of late, though, he'd been acting really strangely towards me. I was wondering if my parents told him something. Fucking doesn't matter now, does it? Let's sit you back down in the truck, okay? It's warm in there. Sidney just nods. We reach the truck, and I start noticing little things about it that make my heart sink. The pack of Sidney's dad's chewing gum on the dashboard. His Fishbait Pro Game bumper sticker. The Alpine Wind Air freshener that dangles from the rearview mirror. All this shit for a person who's just gone. I was wondering why the fuck is the Blackgate music playing. I put the keys in the ignition, then turn the heater on the heater and the radio. All that the antenna picked up out here is some twangy country stuff. I step around to the truck bed and unzip the plastic cooler I've got. I ate all the beef jerky from earlier, and all that's left is a couple of lemon lime sodas. Been drinking that shit for a long time, it seems. I take one and hand it to Sydney. Here, drink this. His parents let him never have soda. I sort of expect him to just hold it and keep staring ahead blankly, but he actually pops the top and starts glugging it down. There's more in the back if you get thirsty. They're gonna need it. They're gonna think I did it, didn't they? They're gonna think I did it, aren't they? Who will? Everyone. I think I'm a monster. I open my mouth to dismiss that, but the more I think about it, the more suspicious it all looks. Not that I doubt Sydney for a fucking second. He wouldn't lie to me about something serious like this. Yeah, what would he have to gain about that? But the cops? Dude, Sydney. The angle of the gunshot. Looks up at me, his big eyes welling up. It looks bad, like he couldn't have. I didn't want him to do it. I tried and I tried and I tried. I talked to him for hours. He kept trying to pull it away. He wouldn't listen to me. He just kept talking. There's this urge to muffle him as he begins to scream, looking around nervously. I don't think many people come to this part of Stateland. Stateland? Oh, Stateland, yeah. Instead, I place a hand on his back, rubbing gingerly. It's okay. It's okay. I thought if I yanked hard enough. Snot dribbles from his nose. Again, ew. Why? With the snot. He wipes quickly on his jacket. He just shakes his head. It fired. Fuck. I feel my gut twisting at the prospect of what I'm about to do. It's like my insides have gone cold, as if the thermal padding in my clothing was gone. I'll take care of it. What do you mean? I'll, bury him. If anyone asks, you could say we're hunting down the pass a couple of miles from here, and he stormed off. Will anyone believe that? More so than what really happened. My tone comes out more curt than I intended, and Sydney begins to bawl again. I kind of want to cry too. I squeeze Sydney's shoulder before letting go as I turn and head back to the van, and it's like this physical sense of dread is hugging me the closer I get. What fucking else can I do here? Turn Sydney into the cops? They won't understand, even his mom wouldn't. She'd probably blame me as a bad influence that caused this to happen. As I near the abandoned van, I try not to look at the body. Just gotta find a good spot to start digging. There's 2 pinyon trees at the bottom of a nearby hill that are surrounded by thick undergrowth. That'll have to do. Just wish I had a shovel. Regardless, I begin to dig. And dig, and dig, and dig, and diggy, diggy, oh! I pull mounds upon mounds of soil out with my bare hands. Worms, spiders, and other creepy crawlies are gonna make Chase freak out. They'd probably make Chase freak out or everywhere. My hands start to feel raw, and I notice smears of blood on some of the soil I'm holding after a while. Can't stop now. This is already too suspicious. Hours pass. My aunt and uncle are probably wondering where I am. I don't know what I'm gonna tell them. The truth? No. I'll just sneak in, act like I'm taking a shower, and change my clothes, then wash them when I get the chance. I think I finally get it deep enough, though my arms are fucking something. Hold on. Numb as hell. I glance up at the hill and see the very edge of Sydney's dad's foot. Just need to get it over with. A quick tug and a haul, and we'll be home free. I don't move. Just keep staring at it. Like it'll start twitching or something, and I'll hear his voice asking me what I'm doing. It's just so still, like a rock. Empty. Reminds me of the upside-down cockroaches that I find in the garage all the time. Just empty husks that once contained life, and are now just a shell. I'm overcome with the notion that I really, really don't want to die. Eventually, without even realizing it, I managed to get my legs working again. I grasp the foot. As I pull it down the slope, it doesn't bend like I thought it would. Each movement of the joints kind of crackles. It's a horrible sound. I try to think of anything else to keep myself from throwing up. Gourmet salads, fishing trips, barbecues, my friends. The husk falls into the makeshift grave. For the first time I see his eyes. He's looking at me. Right at me. Always thought that looking of a dead person's eyes wouldn't be like seeing someone who's looking through you. But no. It's like he's focused on me. Fuck! Are you? I look down at Sydney's dad expectantly. No response. One of his arms is sticking up, frozen in rigor. It's too tall. It could stick out if the topsoil blew away. Take a deep breath and step down on it. It crunches like a bunch of dry twigs. I jolt back. Fuck! I scurry back up the hill, grabbing the rifle, the shell casings, and the dead duck for good measure. I toss it all into the pit before feverishly covering it all with dirt. It's at that point I notice Sidney standing nearby, clutching onto a tree like he's afraid he'll blow away. His brown cheek fur is matted with tears, and he wrings his heavy tail like a wet cloth. I make sure to cover the face as fast as possible. I still think Sidney saw it. Wonder if he thought the eyes were looking at him too. I scoop the last full mounds of dirt on top, wiping the blood off my jacket. I'm panting. Sidney looks from the grave to me. He opens his mouth, pauses, and quietly mutters, "Thanks, Flynn." I don't know what to say. Yeah. I nod for some reason. I managed to look him straight in the eyes this time. Where do we go from here? Something happens. Something on his face. It's like he's not himself. We'll be okay. We're tough. None of this matters. What the fuck? I don't know what the hell. Thank you for watching. God damn it, Howley. Well, actually, McSkinny does this route. What the fuck, guys? Holy shit. Guess we'll find out what happens on the next one. Till then, thanks for watching. Go ahead and do the end slate, I guess, eh? Well, on the left, see some patrons from Patreon. Thank you very much to them. There's a link to Patreon in the middle of the screen as well as in the description down below. There's also a link to subscribe on the most recent upload as well as one YouTube picked out just for you. Thanks for watching this episode, guys, and until next time, bye!